What's going on, guys, and welcome to my starting lineup for England versus Croatia. And obviously you can see on the screen we got the graphics with my lineup. So in the sticks I would go with Jordan Pickford. Originally I went with Nick Pope, but obviously he's not available for the tournament with injury, so Pickford makes it in, and obviously he's got that bit more experience with the previous World Cup. So Jordan Pickford would be my goalkeeper, but I haven't got 100% confidence in him. But I think in the friendlies he's done okay, and I think he's the best man for the job that we have available. So Pickford would be my goalkeeper, and he offers probably the best distribution from the goalkeeping position. So Pickford would be my goalkeeper. I'm going with a 4-1-2-3, obviously, and I think Southgate will go with a different formation, but this is obviously my lineup and how I would set out. Right back, using them as wing backs, I would go with Trippier and Shaw for the wing backs, but right wing back would be Trippier. Just won the league in Spain with Atletico Madrid. Great with set pieces. Good passer of the ball. He's got a good engine in him. A pretty good tackler, and he will offer the overlaps obviously for whoever is playing up top on the right. And he's if you're not going to play Reece James there, obviously I've gone with Reece James at right centre back in mine. I would go with him over Walker. Walker's got a lot more pace, obviously, but I think Trippier, with the set piece offerings he can do, and just winning the league in Spain as well, I would go with him over Walker. I know Walker's just won the league with City, but I just prefer Trippier, and I think with the set pieces it sways in his favour. So Trippier would be my right wing back. Reece James, right centre back. Obviously, I just won the Champions League. I think he's very underrated. I do think that Mings is a problem for us. I don't think he's good enough for England. I don't think Cody is, to be honest. So I'm hearing people say that Reece James can play centre back. I've not seen it myself, but I wouldn't be surprised with it. And I could see him playing there if people are saying that he can, because I do think that he's a good enough player to do that. And because I don't think Cody and Mings are good enough to partner Stones, I would go with Reece James for that. And then on the left centre-back would be John Stones. I think he's had a great season, definitely improved a lot at City. And with Maguire being out and not available, Stones would be that guy. Obviously, if Maguire's available, I would go with Stones and Maguire. But if he isn't, I would go with James and Stones. Stones offers that experience. He's athletic. He's a good ball player for someone of his size as well. Good technique, and he's got reasonable pace as well. So I think John Stones is the vital player at the back for us. So he would be left centre back. Left wing back, Luke Shaw for me. I think he's one of the best left backs in Europe at the moment. Chilwell we wouldn't be mad with if he started, but I do prefer Shaw. So I would go with Shaw at left back. Great engine, another one that's got great delivery from crosses, and gets forward a lot, and his stamina is fantastic. And just as I said, one of the best left backs in Europe for me at the moment. So Luke Shaw would be left back or left wing back. Defensive midfielder Declan Rice. I think Southgate will go with two. I think he'll go with Rice and Phillips, or Rice and Henderson. But Henderson is not fit for me. He's been out of injury for a lot of time. So I would just play with one there, but I think he will go with two. But I would go with Declan Rice. Fantastic season at West Ham. A lot of clubs interested in him, and I think that he might leave West Ham because of that. But I think he might stay for another year at least at West Ham. But Declan Rice would be my holding midfielder. And then I'd play two in front of him, and they would be Mount and Bellingham. Bellingham I've only seen a few times, but the times I have seen him, I've been very impressed by him. Obviously, Manchester United were very close to signing him. He actually went to the training ground and got a tour around the ground and that, and then and swapped and went to Madrid and went to Dortmund. So yeah, I think United missed out on a quality player there, one that we might regret. And this is a perfect opportunity for him in this tournament, for him to have a fantastic tournament. So Bellingham has to start for me. I think he's a different player there, bit of more of an old school player, box to box, and I think he needs to play. To the left of him, I'd play Mason Mount. Obviously, just won the Champions League. Probably been one of Chelsea's top two players of the year. I just think he's had a fantastic year and he's improving every time I see him. Yeah, just fantastic, and I think we need him in the midfield. Whether you play him further up, you probably could as well. We could play him with Foden is or where Grealish is, but because I wanted to get all three of them in the team, I've put him slightly further back, but he can definitely do a job there. So Mount is the left centre midfielder, and then the three up top, we've got Grealish on the left. Obviously, people have been impressed with him in the two friendlies. I don't think he's been that fantastic in the friendlies, but he's definitely been involved. And I do prefer him over Rashford and Sterling. So Grealish would be my left winger, if you want to call him a winger. I just think he's by far better than Rashford and Sterling, especially on this year in terms of form. A great dribbler of the ball. Probably the closest player we've had. Him and Foden, for me, are the closest we've had to the likes of a Paul Gascoigne in terms of dribbling ability and flair. Him and Grealish. Grealish and Foden are the two that, as I said, I don't think we've seen anything like that since Gaza. I'm not saying that they're at Gascoigne's level, but I think it's the closest we've been for a long time. So Grealish and Foden have to start for me. I don't think Southgate will start both of them. I think Foden will be on the bench, and I think Grealish will start with either Sterling or Rashford. But this is my team. So Grealish would be on the left for me, Foden on the right. I love to watch Foden. Probably one of my favourite players to watch right now. Technical ability on the ball, flair, skill, creativity, confidence for such a young player. And he can score goals as well. Obviously, he's still very young, so he's going to only get better. But for what we're seeing at his age already, he's world class. So for me, he has to play. But I do think Southgate will put him on the bench. But he would start for me because we need that bit of difference in the team. Him and Grealish offer something different. So they both have to start for me. And then up top, who else will it be but Harry Kane? As you know, I'm very disappointed Bamford's not going as a backup. But regardless of that, Harry Kane is our talisman. I do think that he will be one of our best players in the tournament, hopefully. And we need him to be for them goals. And with the creativity of Mount, Grealish and Foden, he should be getting a lot of goals if obviously all them players play as well. But Harry Kane, a lot of news around him at the moment if he's leaving Tottenham and such, but I just hope he's focused on this tournament. I think he was a bit quiet against Austria and didn't play in the Romania game. But I think tournament time he will show up again like he did at the World Cup. And I was impressed with him in his leadership skills in the World Cup as a captain, and I think I'd like to see that continue. So that is my team, guys, for the Croatia game. I'm not feeling too confident, if I'm honest, off the form alone, off the two friendlies. I've predicted a 1-0 win for Croatia, and I hope I'm wrong on that. But we will see. I'm still excited for the game regardless, but I am nervous after our form recently. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll be back soon with another Euros video.